So, Fantastic Four, The First Steps is finally here, and Marvel really wants you to believe they've figured it out this time. New cast, fresh story, stylish retro setting, and to be fair, it does look good. The visuals are crisp, the lighting feels like old school sci-fi magazines, and the vibe somewhere between The Incredibles and Oppenheimer. You walk in expecting action, powers, and cosmic madness, and instead, Marvel gives you a TED Talk about feelings, guilt, and glowing portals. This ain't a superhero movie, it's a therapy session with VFX. The movie kicks off with Reed Richards, your usual stretchy genius with a PhD in overthinking, building a teleportation device. Along with his science squad, Sue Storm, her firecracker brother Johnny, and walking brick wall Ben Grimm, they travel into an alien dimension filled with glowing clouds and weird energy. You'd think they'd come back ready to kick butt, but nope. They return broken, confused, and sadder than your internet after a storm. Powers? Sure, but also guilt, trauma, and dramatic pauses every 5 minutes. Now here's where Marvel really marvels. The pacing is so slow it makes The Irishman feel like a TikTok. You get long, emotional scenes with Reed stretching his guilt as much as his limbs, Sue floating in midair while whispering about responsibility, and Johnny yelling, "Flame on!" like a YouTube prankster. Meanwhile, Ben just sits there looking like a gravel driveway with daddy issues. They all argue, cry, and struggle with who they've become, which is great for a character drama, but this ain't The Crown. It's a superhero film. Where's the fighting? Where's the fun? And speaking of fighting, let's talk about the final boss. You think Dr. Doom's gonna throw down, right? Oh, sweet summer child. Doom shows up at the end looking like a medieval Darth Vader dipped in Mountain Dew, melts a guy with a look, which I'll admit was sick, and then just disappears. That's it. No big battle, no cosmic speech, just a, yo, I'm Doom, bye. The big third act fight? It's the Fantastic Four versus some mutant jelly blob from the dimension. Yep, a literal goo monster that looks like something Nickelodeon rejected for being too ugly. Don't get me wrong. There are some good things. Cast actually does a solid job. Pedro Pascal as Reed brings a soft, tired energy to the role that actually works. Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, she carries the whole movie. Sue is not just the girl here, she's the brains, the leader, and half the reason this movie doesn't collapse into boredom. Johnny Storm is fun, kind of like if Human Torch had a TikTok channel and a Red Bull addiction. And Ben Grimm has real emotional weight. When he says, "I didn't ask for this," you feel it. He looks like a pile of rocks, but that scene, heavy. And the visuals? Chef's kiss. The retro-futuristic tech, the sci-fi gadgets, the dimension travel, it's all gorgeous. Marvel finally remembered how to make movies look cool. The soundtrack by Michael Giacchino also slaps. That heroic theme that plays during Johnny's big moment? Chills. Let's not forget the spoilers Marvel wanted you to know. Sue's pregnant. Yep. Little Franklin Richards is on the way, and apparently Galactus wants him. Because what's a better plot than a planet-eating space god trying to kidnap a newborn? Yeah, weird. Also, Silver Surfer is in this one, and she's played by Julia Garner. She appears, warns them about Galactus, then flies off like she's late for another Marvel cameo. These moments are cool, but they feel like they belong to a different movie, one that's probably coming in 2026. Oh, and the suits? You know, the iconic blue Fantastic Four uniforms? Don't get too excited. They finally wear them, but only in the last 5 minutes. I'm serious. You wait the whole movie, and just when they put the suits on, the credits roll. It's like ordering a pizza and getting the box. Just the box. The internet isn't blind to this either. Some fans are calling it a gorgeous intro with zero punch. Others say it's the best MCU casting in years, and that's fair. Pascal and Kirby, great chemistry. Good casting doesn't save pacing that drags harder than Ben Grimm's footsteps. Doom fans are furious. Why hype him up just to give him a cameo? They ask. I mean, it's like advertising Thanos in a movie and then having him show up only to steal someone's lunch and leave. The post-credits scene tries to keep us invested. A mysterious voice, probably some cosmic entity or Kang's sidekick or Galactus himself, tells Doom that his power is just beginning. Cool. Except, why didn't we see that power in this movie? Why does Marvel always treat the first film like a prequel trailer for something better?
Honestly, Fantastic Four: The First Steps
isn't terrible. It's got emotion, style, and some cool character moments, but it's also slow, safe, and scared of giving you what you really want. Marvel took first steps way too literally, and forgot that the Fantastic Four are supposed to be bold, exciting, and fantastic, not moody scientists stuck in a 2-hour therapy circle. My final rating? 7 out of 10, and that's being generous because of the cast, the visuals, and Doom's 5 seconds of glory. This movie is like a really expensive pilot episode. It sets the table, pours the drinks, and then walks out of the room before the main course. Hopefully, the sequel stops walking and finally runs. So yeah, watch it if you're curious, but don't expect fireworks. Expect flickers. Marvel says it's only the beginning, but man, I really hope it gets better from here. Because if the next movie is called Fantastic Four: The Next Steps, I'm stepping out.